Hey, it's me, Althazar, and welcome to my new series, Elite Building. And in this new series, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be opening up an Elite Plus pack, and then I'm immediately going to get into deck building around the card, and then I'm going to test out the deck. So in this series, you'll get a chance to see pack opening, you'll get a chance to see deck building, and you'll get a chance to see gameplay. So I think it's a cool idea. And let's see what we get in our first pack. So I have 400, or I have 547, but I have enough to get one of the Elite Plus packs. And this week, we've got three possible options. We've got Kess, I don't have Kess. We've got Pashalik Mons, I don't have Pashalik Mons. And Yawgmoth, and I don't have Yawgmoth. So let's crack this pack and see what we're building with today. Per the usual, I like to cover the screen. I know, there's only 3 cards, but I have more fun with it this way. So, yeah. I know it's a creature. 17. Yawgmoth? Yawgmoth. All right. What does Yawgmoth do? So, whenever a creature dies or loses a reinforcement, draw a card. Whenever you proliferate, discard a card. Then each opposing creature gets -2/-2. Activate 2 black, proliferate. Okay. Every time you proliferate, each opposing creature... I wonder if that will still trigger if you don't discard the card. I wonder if that -2/-2 will trigger. I always get this. Yes, I like the app, but no, remind me later. All right, let's get into deck building with this. So the first thing we're going to want to do is see what has proliferate that we can pair with Yawgmoth. Proliferate. Done. And let's check it out. So, all right, we got Yawgmoth, who we're definitely using. Sword of Truth and Justice is going to proliferate twice a turn, which will be pretty cool. Karn's Bastion. All right, I think I can do something fun with this. But, I mean, I love land decks, so that's definitely going to help. What about you? You are bad. Okay, no, you are not going to be in the deck. What else proliferates? Oh, that's nifty. Okay, so we could use Evolution Sage, who's going to proliferate whenever a land enters, and then have the Bastion have activations for extra proliferate, and then a Johnny could also give us proliferate every turn. All right, so let's see. So this is green, colorless, black. All right, so let's go with the Garruk deck. Let's see what happens if we try and make a Garruk deck here. So I'm going to throw this into the training grounds, and let's see how these cards all play together. We'll definitely need some card draw, so let's start with the core. Our core is going to be this proliferate group. So proliferate. I should have just typed that the other way. That would have been faster, but whatever. All right, so let's try those. And then we will also want some card draw and specific creature fetch and land fetch. Land fetch would be really cool here. So, all right, so we definitely want to have Death Sprout. That's a must. So Death Sprout is going to serve as removal, and it will also fetch us a land. So Death Sprout is going to be fetching us the Bastion, and with the Sage, it's going to be proliferating. So you know what? With that, let's go ahead and for the last creature, let's add Primeval Titan. So let's go ahead and throw Primeval Titan in. That's going to get us another land every turn. And then, let's see. We still need card draw. This deck does not have card draw yet, right? Because Sword does not give card draw. Okay. And we need some gem conversion. So let's see. What card draw do we have at our disposal? There's the Nissa's one, and I know that. Escape to the Wilds, not enough lands. All right, Nissa's Revelation works here. This is going to draw us cards, gain us life. And then Garruk has pretty decent mana gains, so it would be nice to actually have gem conversion. Let's see, 2 green creatures versus the black. Oh, but I haven't thrown in any creature fetch, so... All right, that's crafty. Creature. Let's see, Yawgmoth is 17 and Primeval is 17, so... Chord of Calling instead of the Finale. Chord of Calling gives us up to 18 mana, whereas the Finale is only 16. So Finale won't give us Yawgmoth. So we're not going to use that. No, definitely not that. And then... All right, so we need another land. So let's go ahead and convert green, because this opens the door for Garen Brig, which might get us a little bit of extra mana. And then, oh, I really feel like this deck could really use just one more thing to convert just for the Bastion. But let's try this out. Let's see how this works. Let's call it good for the tinkering. So for the deck, we have our core of proliferators between Yawgmoth, the Sword, Evolution Sage, the Bastion, and a Johnny. And then we have Chord of Calling to get any of the creatures that we're missing. We've got Primeval Titan to get lands every turn to make it so that the Evolution Sage is going to proliferate. We've got Nissa's Revelation just for a little bit of extra card draw. And we've got Garen Brig for extra gem conversion. So let's see how this goes. Alrighty, so you may be noticing this is not Bolas, this is Rawl. We were going to go up against a Bolas deck. I wound up having a really bad coughing fit, and it ruined the audio. So we're going to go ahead and do take 2. The deck won. It worked. It was very cool. We're going to make it happen again. So I did learn something new, and that is that Yawgmoth's ability works regardless of whether or not you have cards to discard. So that definitely makes Yawgmoth a little bit better. So as you can see, it says whenever a creature dies or loses reinforcement, draw a card. And then whenever you proliferate, discard a card. Then each opposing creature gets -2/-2. You don't need to discard for all the opposing creatures to get that -2/-2. So here we want... Oh, we've got Yawgmoth here, so let's stop stalling. Let's make the black matches. Let's just do that, and then let's go ahead and get the Titan just for some mana gains. So the more mana we have, the more we can do, and so that'll be good. Getting a Johnny here is pretty sweet, also because that's going to be proliferating every turn if we can pick up the Sword too. This green match should ensure Yawgmoth comes down here. Oh, that's great. I love Castle Garen Brig. It's a really cool card. That's what actually caused the green conversion there. So that gave us a little bit of extra mana. Oh, this is even better. All right, so we've got Chord of Calling here, and that's going to get us the Evolution Sage. So with this, we should actually get to see all the different pieces working together. I didn't actually get to see Evolution Sage in the last one. After the coughing fit, I wound up going ahead and using Garruk's ultimate, and that ended the game real quick like. So here, I will not do that for the simple reason of wanting the game to go on. Let's gain life, and let's go ahead, Chord of Calling. Let's get Evolution Sage. Now this brings the next question. What happens if I proliferate and they have no creatures? I don't have to discard. Very good. Okay, this is a pretty well-designed card. I'm really liking how this is working right now. So we've got Sword of Truth and Justice. These are just like perfect draws. Honestly, like this isn't me like filtering around for games. At the end of this match, you'll see that this is match 2. This is it's just working out perfectly. I should have used a Johnny's ability there. Silly Nalthazar. And let's see if Rawl even plays a creature. We've got this awesome proliferator dude, and Rawl just isn't playing anything for us. So that's going to proliferate even more for us. Okay, so if we proliferate more, yeah, it's just free loyalty. Okay, so that's definitely worth it. And then we get Garenbrig down here. We're going to just proliferate a ton here due to the sword. And Rawl, no creatures. All right, well, easy peasy, I guess, right? That was just too easy. Let's do a round 2 fight sort of thing. Because that was just, Raw was just too easy. All right, boom, boom, done. Let's see how this interacts with a deck that uses more creatures and doesn't get blitzed by perfect draws. Because that was pretty dang perfect as things go for draws. Like really dang perfect. And as you'll see, 2 wins. As it goes. There we go. 2 wins. All right. Let's see who we get next. Alrighty, who's that Planeswalker? It's Inferior Garruk. Alright, cool. You're gonna get crushed, I hope. But hey, this is great, because Inferior Garruk makes tons of tokens. So, we want that. That lets us test. Oh, the beauty. Okay. Nice. So, the beauty is that we have Yawgmoth in our starting hand with the sword. Our easiest ways of proliferating possible. Let's see. Great matches, too. That makes this way easier. What will Garruk do? Nothing. Really, nothing. So, for us, we want to make black. Right there. That'll do. That'll proliferate. That'll get us some mana, which is great. And that is... Click, click. That's just the baby waking up in the background. I have a 6-month-old. He says hello, but not in the nice way that... Well, whatever. Karn's Bastion is next. So let's go ahead and bring that one down. That gives us even more proliferate. And now we just have to ask Garruk if he's able to get any creatures down. Ooh, is that a finale? No, Court of Calling. Okay, I'll take that. That's fine. This will be really cool. Great. Let's see what happens here. So this is the Bastion. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead, actually, and make some tokens here, just so we have extra creatures. And then we should be proliferating 3 times. So this should actually be a complete board wipe against the opponent here. And then let's keep the cord. So let's see. Actually, I'm probably just going to discard my whole hand, aren't I? 1. Great, we get Castle. Here you can see Proliferate will trigger twice, even without cards in my hand. Now we're drawing more. Oh, that's right. We draw when creatures die, right? It's not just mine? Whenever any creature. That's awesome. Okay. Let's see. Let's do... Well, that dog is going to die. Poor thing. Berserker. You got nothing. And... Good. More creatures. More fodder. Let's eat them. Let's eat them all up. Alright, so there's like no way that these creatures are going to be able to do anything. So let's just go ahead, match that. We'll get a Titan down, but that really isn't going to do anything. This is going to proliferate twice, which is going to kill both of his creatures and draw us 2 new cards. And then that should be all she wrote. That is fantastic. Cool beans. Goodbye, Krusty. Inferior Garruk. Not that Krusty's a bad player. I'm sure Krusty is fantastic, but Cursed Huntsman, vastly superior to Scrub Garruk. I shouldn't call that Garruk Scrub Garruk. It tried. So my final impression of Yawgmoth is that he's a pretty decent card. He's very well designed, he's reasonably powerful, but he's not a card that you need to go out and chase. He's not overpowered by any means. He's just a decent card. So if you don't have Yawgmoth yet, don't stress yourself out about having to get him. But if you do have him and you haven't given him a chance yet, go ahead and try him out. It's fun. That being said, thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry that there were like odd gaps in the audio, or if you heard like that clicking sound. I was trying really hard not to cough. So I actually wound up, it took me like 4 hours to film this just because of like crazy coughing fits. And then the editing process was pretty extensive too. So in the next one, hopefully the cough is more under control. And yeah, so see you in the next one.